Welcome back or welcome into a new edition of House Call. If you're joining us for the first time, it's all things touchdowns. We're brought to you by our friends at DraftKings. TD, Tutty, taking it to the house, in for 6. Whatever you call a touchdown, one thing's for sure, touchdowns matter more at the DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. On the ground, in the air, from the special teams or defense, we don't care how they score them. We want to bet on touchdowns. And DraftKings Sportsbook is the number one place to bet on touchdowns. Ready to place your first NFL bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score a touchdown. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your bet today. A lot of obvious odds. We'll just touch on one right now. Devin A-Chain.
Wait. Let's take a T. Let's take a T, Rico. Slow down. We need to do a recap. Let's recap last week.
No. It was still. Oh, yeah. We could do the recap, but yeah, we could touch on. But they want you to talk about the available odds this week, Jerry.
Okay, go ahead.
We got Devin A-Chain plus 115 this week. Khalil Shakir plus 260. A lot of odds available. Ready to do a touchdown dance of your own? New DraftKings customers bet $5 and get $250 in bonus bets instantly and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code RICO. That's code RICO for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. All right. So
hand up. Shouldn't have called a T there. I didn't know the ad was still continuing. Hand up.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We all had some mistakes. Let's touch on the contest first, okay?
Okay.
Stool Viver. I got the numbers. 53 winners, 30 guys knocked out. One of them being me.
James Cook, right?
James Cook. It was never James Cook. Now, did you watched obviously all the games?
Yes.
Wasn't a bad pick. I mean, they had goal line runs.
They just
went to Josh Allen the hog.
They didn't use him. They just used Josh scrambling, and he ran a couple in.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought we did pretty good last week, but now the winner of last week's highest odds is Nate. Nate joins the Monday Night Football stream where he has to bet a touchdown score. He'll be streaming with us Monday night for that one.
Who did he have?
He had
That's Poker Nate, right? Poker Nate?
Poker Nate. Yeah, he had, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, let me know.
Brian Robinson.
Wow, from the Jags.
Yeah.
Wait.
No, Commanders.
Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. The running back.
You're early.
Hey, listen, it's week 2. It's still early. I thought. What was the guy's name? Brian Thomas from the Jags, right?
Yeah. I guess so.
Is that his name?
I think so. I don't know. I don't know anybody on the Jags.
He's a rookie. He's a rookie. Caught a touchdown.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. So, all right. Let's dive into it. The recap for last week. We did pretty good. We locked that parlay in. It's plus 273 right now for you people.
Yeah. So
all right,
when
we're
you
gonna
hear
share
this,
that.
lock it in.
Now, just a reminder, get this early because this is a Friday game in Brazil. What the fuck is going on in Brazil?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of gangs in Brazil. I don't know what they're doing. Hey, did you know you're not supposed to wear green at the stadium?
Well, that's good. Both teams are fucking green.
Oh, my God. Yeah, wow. You get stabbed, they said. You get stabbed in Brazil.
Also, the game, NFL.
Shout out Brazil real quick. Clancy's 2013. I used to get a lap dance from a stripper named Laura. Laura, I just want to let you know I'm happily with a Colombian girl who I love very much, and I have a son.
Xavier Isaiah Worthy. His middle name's Isaiah.
Is it?
He did. No, it's not.
You called him Isaiah.
Yeah, because I was reading off the thing. That's why. But Xavier Worthy was big, plus 180. I lose James Cook. I lose Laporta. And then I lose Monday night with McCaffrey. But that kind of went into a wash, so I jumped on Breece Hall. So it turned out to be a pretty positive week.
Okay. Now, for me.
For you.
I had on Thursday night football. Who did I have?
Mahomes.
Yes, I took a chance with him. He lost. Then on Sunday night, I had...
Well, you're forgetting Friday. Friday, you hit the parlay part with Barkley.
Yes, I hit the touchdown, the DK Stool Viver. I hit that with Barkley. And then Sunday night, who'd I have?
Sunday night, you had
Puka. And then I lost that, and then I won with Monday, Breece Hall. Yeah, so, I mean, we're about the same right now.
Yeah, I think the Giants and Steelers were just giving out leans of what we like. Did your guy got a couple of catches?
Yeah, he was a dud though. That
was a dud of a game.
They never took a shot deep. They never even scored a touchdown. I don't know. They were in the red zone maybe twice or something like that. The offense was bad. But here nor there. It's a new week. Jetski, are we gonna have some sort of graphics to post to keep the followers engaged and stuff like that?
Yes, we'll have a weekly standings graphic. I can put it up right now. in post of how you guys did last week. And
nice.
We'll have something to post every week.
Love that. That's going to be incredible.
He's on top of it.
Jet ski's the best. Jet ski's the best.
He does, and now he's got one less show to worry about. So his time is, you know what I mean?
Not really. We're just pivoting.
Yeah, exactly. So he's good. He's good to go. All right, Jerry. Let's dive into Thursday Night Football. We'll be streaming this one. Bills Dolphins. Exciting game.
Yes.
Exciting game in the AFC East. I expect a lot of offense. Although the Dolphins didn't look great last week.
Slow start for them. I don't know. Tyreek Hill had that bomb of a touchdown, which was great. I feel like you're always going to get those with him. Yeah, I don't know about their defense. Their defense was a little weird to me. You know what I mean?
So I'll give you 3 guys to look at. And this first one comes with a question mark. Devin Achane plus 115. Achane and Mostert missed both Tuesdays. Both of them missed Tuesday's workout with ankle and chest injuries. So their health could be something to monitor for Thursday. If they go to the backups, it's if you go to the backups, it's Mostert plus 115, Wilson plus 185, and Wright plus 210. Just to keep an eye on that.
Gotcha.
Achane had 3 TDs against the Bills in 2023. Buffalo allowed a TD to opposing running back 1 in 3 of their last 4 games in 2023 and allowed a score to James Conner in week 1. Rasheem Mostert had the 3rd most rushing attempts inside the 10 and the most rushing attempts inside the 5 in 2023. Achane appears to have taken over the lead role and will be in line for these red zone snaps. You have a lock on that. You like anything in there?
I don't like anything in there. This actually happens to be my Stulviver pick and my Signs pick as well. When is our episode going to drop? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay, so I can give it away because Signs will come out before this, I believe. My pick for this game, and Rico, do you have the DraftKings app open on your phone?
I can pull it up right now, yeah.
Okay, pull it up real quick. Tell me what Dalton Kincaid is to score a touchdown for that Thursday night
220.
game. That's my Stulviver pick this week. That's my Signs pick, and that is my Thursday night football pick with House Call with Jerry and Terry. I think the Dolphins linebackers are not good at all. I think the Bills realize they didn't really use Kincaid much last week. I think he's going to get a lot of touches. I think he's going to get some red zone touches. These games, it's tough, you know what I mean, with these two teams, division, but I feel like the Bills kind of have their number in a way. So I'm going to take Dalton Kincaid for a touchdown.
Okay. I like tight ends, man. I like tight ends in primetime games. I might jump on that with you, but I got 2 and one of them really sold me. Khalil Shakir plus 260. Dolphins allowed a touchdown to opposing wide receiver 1 in 12 of 18 games last season. Brian Thomas Jr. scored on them last week. Shakir had 6 catches for 105 yards against Miami in the final game of 2023 season. He also scored a red zone touchdown last week. Allen threw 6 TDs in 2 games against Miami last year. Diggs had 3 TDs in one of those games. The next one, Josh Allen, we talked about this. He's a hog, minus 115. I don't like laying the juice, but it's very chalky. But Miami allowed a rushing TD to QBs and running backs in half of their games last year. They got beat up pretty good in the ground on week 1 and allowed a rushing touchdown. James Cook does not get the red zone work. It appears that Josh Allen is the lead back in those situations. I'll go through the air. I'll take Shakir as well.
Wow.
I think the Bills can go with that. I'm going to go juicy. We'll go with the 260.
I like it.
I'll go with that.
I like it. Who do you think wins that game, Rico, if you had to pick a side?
I think the Bills win the game.
So do I. I think they do.
Yeah. I think the Bills win the game. It's going to be good, though. Moving on to Sunday Night Football. This will be in your house. Chicago at Houston. Stephon Diggs plus 145. These are 3 guys to look at. Stephon Diggs plus 145. Diggs leads the NFL in targets in the red zone and inside the 10 last week. While Nico Collins gets Houston down the field, Diggs seems to be the early touchdown favorite for Stroud, grabbing 2 last week. Chicago allowed opposing wide receiver 2s to score in 7 of 17 games last season, 9 TDs total. Caleb Williams plus 400. Houston allowed the most rushing touchdowns to QBs in 2023, allowing a touchdown in 6 of 19 games, 7 total. Texans allowed 2 rushing touchdowns last week, 1 to Anthony Richardson. We haven't seen Caleb do much with his arm, but we know he's got legs. Plus 400, that's a little spicy. And this is the one I'm going to ride with, Dalton Schultz plus 220. Chicago allowed 6 TDs to starting tight ends in 2023 and allowed a score to Shig Okonua, surprised I got that right, last week. Schultz had the 7th most red zone targets among tight ends last season. I'm going to roll with Schultz plus 220. You have one of those 3 guys, or are you going a little off the grid?
I'm going off the grid here. I wanted to pick Diggs, but I feel like that cornerback for the Bears, Jalen Johnson, he's a pretty damn good corner. I'm debating going Nico Collins or Joe Mixon. I like the juice on Nico Collins at plus 165, but I'm going to take a little bit of chalk here. I'm going to go minus 120 Joe Mixon. That's my touchdown score for Sunday Night Football.
Okay. Now, getting back to the Survivor contest. Stoolvivor contest. I'm in a spot now where I have to pick two.
Correct, yeah.
So what would you do? What's the advice? Because I'm going to throw a name at you. We're not going to cover this game, but I'm going to throw a name at you. Rico Dowdle plus 185.
Okay.
Zeke can't get all of them around the red zone, right?
I get that, but my advice, Rico, would be for a guy like you who is a known loser when it comes to picking, it would be you have to go chalk now.
Well, the first guy I'm taking is Derrick Henry.
Yeah, because,
that was kind of without a question. I don't spend too much time on that. I'm going with Derrick Henry.
Because you need to get yourself back in the competition. So I would just go two chalks. Now, Rico, what is his name? Rico Dowdle?
Rico Dowdle.
Rico Dowdle?
Yes.
I don't
Cowboys,
hate it. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of other options out there that would be juicy. That would be
so
like.
If you're looking at chalk, you're looking at some of the blowouts. Who do you think jumps out? Which way would you go? Because I think you might even take two Cowboys.
I would even,
or you might take two Ravens.
I would even take like a Jalen Hurts or a Saquon Barkley against Atlanta, who really the Steelers ran the ball pretty much kind of all over them. You know what I mean?
That's not a bad idea.
You know?
Would you go with Henry and Barkley?
If it was me, yes, but I don't want to talk you out of the Rico Dowdle guy.
No, I just think Dowdle has some value. I don't think I'm putting him in the parlay. I don't think I'm putting him in the Survivor. But I'm just looking at two guys who I know are going to score.
Take a T. You just said let's get into Stoolvivor, and you brought up Rico Dowdle, and now he's not in the play no more.
I threw out a name for some value. There's a million games,
but the value don't matter. This is Stoolvivor. The value doesn't matter.
But additionally, like that's a little spicy pick.
You need to focus on getting back in this competition. Yes,
I got to get back in. I think it's Derrick Henry, and I'm waiting to see who the second one is.
Okay, so you're locked in on Henry so far.
Yeah, I'm locked in on Henry.
Okay, that's fair.
The guy I put in the parlay might be my second option, but we'll get to that.
Gotcha.
All right, Monday Night Football. Eagles, Falcons. At Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
A.J. Brown plus 120. Atlanta allowed 9 touchdowns to wide receiver ones in 2023, including a 3 TD game to DeAndre Hopkins. Brown is Philly's best TD threat through the air, scoring 19 touchdowns in 35 games as an Eagle. Broke off a 67-yard TD last week. Kyle Pitts. This was a sexy guy. We talked about it. He's roommates with Kirk Cousins.
No
training camp. Plus 215. Scores last week. Cousins called him the best offensive player on the field. Scored last week in a pathetic outing for Falcons offense, their only score. Philly D struggled against tight ends last season and allowed 37 yards to Tucker Kraft last week. Pitch should be a bigger challenge for them. The last one, your guy, Ray McLeod.
Love him.
Plus 650. Philly struggled a ton against the pass last season, especially against wide receiver 2s and wide receiver 3s. In 2023, second options had the 4th most TDs, and the third options had the most TDs in the league against Philly. So maybe those guys off the radar were scoring the most. That's the way the stats are pointing to. Christian Watson and Jaden Reed both scored against Philly last week. McLeod led the Falcons in targets last week. That's crazy.
It is.
Ray McLeod led the Falcons in targets last week.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. You know what it was?
650. Which way are you going?
It was Joey Porter taking away Drake London. I mean, he just put him on an island. Where I'm going in this game is I'm going to go with somebody from Philly, and it's not going to be A.J. Brown. It's going to be plus 165 Devonta Smith, and here's why. I feel like the Falcons are going to be so focused on a guy like A.J. Brown because they see last week the Falcons, George Pickens pretty much did whatever he wanted. They're going to try to take away A.J. Brown. They might not, who knows, but that's going to leave a guy like Devonta Smith, who had a really good game last week, to get some touches, maybe break one for a nice little 60-yard house call. We'll see. But I like plus 165 Devonta Smith in this game.
Okay. Let me cook it up for you right now. So you got Devonta Smith.
Plus 165.
Wow.
What's wow about that?
No. If we put Barkley in the parlay for the Sunday night, so they love us so much, Jerry, we're going to go with a Sunday night parlay, 2 scores, and we're doing our additional House, Jerry, Terry, and whatever. Tell me if I'm missing something here. Devonta Smith and Saquon Barkley, two to score. Anytime touchdowns,
Mhm.
plus 345.
Yeah, I see it here now. Yeah, I just put it in. Yeah, I see it.
But Saquon's minus 205. I feel like this is better odds than we had last week.
It is better odds than we had last week. I don't know.
I mean, Devontae Smith is obviously, you need a little bit of juice there, but
Yeah.
should we just lock in Barkley and go for the 345?
I mean, why not? I mean, two guys on the same team might be tough, but I mean, I don't hate it.
I was looking at Bijan Robinson, but I can't trust that team to score. If you want to get crazy based off these stats, I mean, he broke off a 67-yard touchdown last week. If you think they're both going to go through the air, you could do A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith at plus 575.
Well, my pick is locked. We're on you now, partner.
Right, but this is a partnership.
Correct.
So you want to go with Barkley at 345, or you want to roll the dice with A.J. Brown and go to 575? I'm probably going to take Barkley for Survivor.
Hear me out.
So let's get Barkley in there.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's get Barkley in there. 345, lock it in.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to lock mine in now.
I just placed it.
I'm going to place mine in now.
And there should be an end card on there. They'll get that to go, and that's the Sunday night parlay.
Okay.
Devontae Smith and Saquon Barkley.
I'm putting mine in
anytime
right
touchdowns, two of them plus 345.
Perfect. Love
a
it.
Monday night football. I apologize. That's a Monday night game.
Yep.
Monday night game. All right. Let's go a little home cooking, Jerry.
Okay.
Giants were gross last week.
Gross.
But their defense obviously, showed a little bit of life, but you could still run on them. Brian Robinson was the big winner last week. He's still plus 140 this week. Running back one from last week, or running this back from last week. The Giants allowed second most rushing touchdowns in the NFL last season, only off by one off the lead. 24 rushing touchdowns in 17 games. Allowed TDs to opposing running back ones in 11 of 17 games last season. They continued to get slashed on the ground last week and allowed a score to Aaron Jones. Robinson scored last week and could have had two more to that total as he was tackled on the 1 yard line twice, where he did not end up scoring on that drive. So he's plus 140. That's the pick I would take with this. The Giants, for as much as you want to talk about their defense, you can run on them. I would lean Brian Robinson here plus 140. You could take a look at Malik Neighbors. Washington allowed TDs to opposing wide receiver ones in 8 games in 2023. They allowed 2+ TDs to opposing wide receiver ones in 5 games last season. 14 total TDs in 2023. They allowed Mike Evans to score twice last week. Jaden Daniels, plus 150, had 2 rushing touchdowns last week. With how bad the Giants are against the run, it's worth him playing him as well as Robinson. Now, the thing I worry about with Daniels is they might be in his ear a little bit and be like, hey, kid, you can't take 4,000 hits in week 1 of your NFL career and expect to be living. You know what I mean? We want you down the road.
Yeah. No, I like it.
I'm going to lean Brian Robinson here.
Okay. So that's your pick for your Giants
That's
game.
for the Giant game.
But that doesn't count towards our record.
No, it doesn't count towards our record, but if you're looking at touchdowns, we'll do a little home cooking every week.
Exactly.
This is the one I'm interested in with you because there's something juicy out there as well. Pittsburgh at Denver. Najee Harris, plus 195. Denver allowed TDs to opposing running back ones in 8 of 17 games last year, 13 total. Kenneth Walker had 100 yards and a TD against them last week. Denver also allowed a rushing TD to Geno Smith. Najee had 20 carries last week and should see plenty of work around the goal line. Greg Dulcich, definitely said that wrong, plus 400. Not the sexiest pick, but he's worth riding the trends at these odds. Steelers allowed a TD to tight ends in 5 of 7 games last year, to 5 of 7 games to end 2023. Trey McBride, Hunter Henry, Mo Alley Cox, Isaiah Likely, and Dalton Kincaid all scored. Drew Sample and Noah Fant were two tight ends not to score. Despite a near total shutdown of the Falcons offense last week, their one slip-up was allowing Kyle Pitts to get loose in the end zone for a score. Dulcich is an athletic tight end, so I'll play him at these odds since tight ends might be harder to come by for Denver. What do you think about Dulcich plus 400?
I don't like it. What I'll say is this. I think the Steelers are so starved for offensive success here. And this is a game where they should get at least 1 or 2 touchdowns. I don't know if it's going to come from Najee Harris. What I think is going to happen is Steelers realized last week they ran the ball great, and what did they come away with? They came away with 6 field goals. They want to score touchdowns this week. George Pickens versus Pat Surtain on the Broncos is going to be a tough test for Georgie. Pat Surtain is probably going to follow him wherever he goes. So I don't like George Pickens this game, although I think George Pickens will still get some touches, still get some catches and whatnot. He was essentially their whole offense last week. I think Denver's going to try to take him away with Surtain. So I'm going to go something different here. I really like this pick with Pat Freiermuth at plus 280. I feel like getting close down into the red zone, which they've been a couple times last week. They're going to try to open things up a little bit more if Fields is the starter. He was pretty much appointed the starter, but we'll see how Russ is, if he's going to play, if he's not going to play. It's pointing towards Fields right now. I'm going to take a shot. I love these odds. Plus 280, Pat Freiermuth, anytime touchdown scorer.
You touched on Fields. If you do think it's Fields, Fields is plus 240. Denver allowed Geno Smith to break off a 34-yard TD run last week. And Fields ran it 14 times in week 1.
He did. He ran it a lot week 1. He did.
Yeah. So a lot of spikes. It feels like Pittsburgh, your games have a lot more fun than my Giants games.
Well, yeah,
in terms of touchdown odds.
That and it's a lot more fun when your team wins.
Exactly. Or you can even just root for it. You're at least in games. The Giants are getting blown out starting to finish.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Steelers rarely get blown out. There was a couple times, the last couple years, but they're in every game. If they have a lead in the fourth quarter, it's pretty much curtains for the other team. Their defense is really, really good. But yeah, no, I these odds just jump out to me. I know the Steelers don't score a lot of offensive touchdowns, last year and the start of this year, but Pat Freiermuth at plus 280 seems pretty high.
Yeah.
Just got his new deal too.
Let's cook up the parlay. So this will now be 3 legs. Myself, you, and a caller.
Okay.
We have how many callers?
Like 60.
60. We have 60 voicemails. Everybody's dying to get in on this. We're gonna pick a number 1 to 60. I'm gonna go with a random number.
Yeah,
you
do it this week.
What is Freiermuth's number? 48?
Wait.
What does Freiermuth wear? 80 something?
88.
I thought he wore 48. Okay, all right. So
88.
We can't do 88.
You can do half. You can do 44.
We could do 44, or we could do 8 plus 8 is 16.
Let's do 44. Why not?
Let's do 44.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be the third leg. This will be the third leg, but this will really be the first leg because we're playing it right away.
Exactly.
44 says transcription not available.
44 says transcript not available.
We'll give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
So if
it's 6 seconds?
Oh, my God.
No, it doesn't work.
I don't think it works.
44 doesn't work. So should
we just go up?
You go up one because that one's out. So that one, the next one is really 44.
Okay. So
all right.
Here's the problem. Hold on. There was 4 in a row left from this number, and then the next 4. I don't know if they're all.
All right. It's the guy right above it.
Yeah, we'll go with the guy right above it. That's fine.
This answer might be too obvious, but Curtis Samuel is obviously going to score against the fucking Cardinals.
That's all he gave us.
That's all he gave us, Jerry. I feel like we're not playing that guy.
What did he say?
Curtis Samuel?
He didn't get the odds or anything.
Did he just say the name?
He just
said the name, didn't give odds.
He just said it.
I don't like that. I don't like that guy.
I don't like that guy. Move up. Give us a guy with some
oomph.
Give us some guy with some oomph. I know we said we're playing 1 voicemail a week. We're changing the rules.
Okay.
We're moving on the shtick.
Okay.
Jerry, Terry, it's the house call comment. That boy Jerome Ford, Cleveland Browns. He's going to score plus 130. Book it, baby.
Now we're back in the Cleveland Browns?
See, I can't hear anything.
It's
you can't. Okay, you can't hear the call.
All right, I can hear the call.
Okay, what did he say?
So you relay it to him.
All right, so he basically said Jerome Ford plus 130 for the Cleveland Browns.
And what's his name? What was his name?
He didn't give a name.
He didn't give a name.
All right. Well, I mean, will it be tough to find the guy again?
Yeah.
I mean, fine. We'll go with Jerome Ford. I don't hate it. I mean, it's what it is.
We'll go. We're going with Jerome.
You want me to
in
get
future when you call in, give us your name or maybe like your Twitter handle so we can reach out to you.
Yeah, jet ski.
Like,
yeah, that's great. Yeah, do something like that.
Yeah, I feel like we should almost we should get the guys with a little oomph in there.
Okay, so you want to keep going? We can
no,
keep
but
going.
now we have to.
We have to. Yeah, we're locked in. We're locked in.
We have to because if Jerome Ford scores in my face.
Yeah.
All right, so its first leg is Jerome Ford. I already hate that. The Browns look like dog shit, but it is what it is. All right, Jerry, I'm going to give you J.K. Dobbins plus 125.
Okay.
I'm going to fade the Panthers here. I think the Chargers can score. Chargers score on the ground. He had 100-plus last week. He's a workhorse. Give me J.K. Dobbins plus 125.
Okay.
Right now, we're already cooked up to plus 428. So your third leg here could be a real juice fest.
Well, it's not going to be too juicy. I'm going to go with CeeDee Lamb at minus 120 against the Saints. Listen, Saints played the Panthers. They scored 47 points on the Panthers. Panthers should probably be relegated. They stink. CeeDee Lamb, I feel like gets a lot of touches. He got a lot of work last week. Didn't score a touchdown. He wants to score. He wants the ball at all times. I like CeeDee Lamb.
All right, Jerry. That is plus 869. J.K. Dobbins, Jerome Ford, and C.D. Lamb. That's what we're cooking up for the week.
I like it.
End Zone Crown, hashtag End Zone Crown. Give us all your thoughts on the week. Tweet at us what you think. Reply, comment. We've seen a lot of people going at it. We like what we feedback early on. Can you minus that out so I could just see them to the end? Perfect. All right. Any final thoughts on week 2?
No, I feel like this is, I really like everything I picked. I really do. I might sweep the board this week. I feel great.
I love the thing we cooked up for Monday night. I'll be honest.
You like the Barkley and the
I
Devontae.
really like Barkley and Devontae Smith.
Okay.
Especially if the Falcons, if that turns into a fest and the Eagles start feasting, which they did. I mean, they scored 34 or whatever last week.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, I mean, I like it too. I mean, the Eagles offense is probably going to be really good again.
Yeah, that offense can get going. The Falcons are staring at 0-3 in the face. So it is what it is.
Yeah, they have a tough schedule in the beginning, right?
They do have a real tough schedule. They got the Chiefs after this. They're looking at 0-3.
My gosh.
Yeah, looking right at 0-3. So for all that fun with the Falcons, they're a mess. But yeah, keep leaving the voicemails. Keep tweeting at us. End Zone Crown.
Did you take that suit jacket from here?
No, I wore this actually, Jerry. You want a cool story?
Yeah.
I wore this the day I got engaged.
Oh wow.
Yeah, blue pants, a white shirt, no tie.
What was the day? What was the number on the day? Do you remember what?
21.
21.
May 21st, 2016.
Okay, 21. That could be a sign somewhere in that.
Play 21.
Okay.
What do we? So we're gonna go back now?
We're just going to play 21. I just want to know who it is.
Okay.
I'm going to play it. We're not putting it in the parlay. We're going to play it. I want to know what 21 is. We'll play this guy separate. This will be the bonus engagement Blazer pick. Put a graphic up for that.
Okay.
21. All right, this guy's got some juice. All right.
Jerry, Terry, what's up? Calling in. Anytime touchdown score this week, T. Higgins, book it. T. Higgins. Jamar Chase possibly might not play week 1. T. Higgins, contract year. Huge game out of T. Higgins. Anytime touchdown, T. Higgins.
So just repeat that.
All
for
right,
me,
yeah.
Jerry.
Anytime touchdown is T. Higgins. Huge week, contract year out of T. Higgins. He loves T. Higgins.
Wow. Okay.
Could also be assigned T and T.
Yeah, I like
We went
that.
for and 21.
Starts with a T.
Starts with a T. T. Higgins.
I like it.
Bonus Blazer pick.
I'm gonna have
T.
to throw
Higgins.
that in too.
Yeah, bonus Blazer pick T. Higgins.
But that is not part of.
That's not part of the parlay, but I will
No.
say this. If this guy doesn't score with whoever the fuck we took, Ford Motors,
Jerome Ford. Yeah.
Jerome Ford, if he doesn't score and T. Higgins does, the T. Higgins guy is batting in the leadoff.
I like
spot
that.
next week.
I like that deal.
All right, so write down those like phone numbers.
Yeah.
I'll even call them blocked from my phone if I have
we
to.
can't do that.
I'll call them blocked. I'll call them from start.
Yeah, Terry knows how to call blocked.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
call
of
blocked
course.
all the
Ah,
time.
we'll work
I'll
on that.
call them from my phone and we'll figure something out. But that's the edition of House Call with Jerry and Terry. We'll see you next week.